Hi everyone and welcome to my Java interview preparation series. The question of this video is how to convert primitive data types. Is there data loss? So every primitive data type in Java has its size and its precision, and they can be represented differently in the memory. And actually there are two types of conversion for primitive data types, implicit and explicit, also known as casting. Implicit conversion can occur if both data types are compatible, for example, several integer data types like short, byte, and int, um, or when byte size of the receiver resulting type is bigger than the one which is converted, or the receiving type is more specific, for example, long to double. Double in this case is more specific because it also stores the floating point number. It does store it. So here are several examples. Let's imagine we have an integer variable a with an integer value, and here we declare a variable L of the data type long, and we assign it the value of a. So Java compiler won't complain about this because these data types are compatible. Both are for storing integer data types, and the resulting size of long data type is bigger because it has 8 bytes of size, so it's bigger than 4 bytes for integer data type int. That's why it can be implicitly converted without any problems, and the variable L will be assigned the a value. Let's also imagine we have a double variable with this value, and we use an expression a plus d. So the resulting type of this expression will be double because in this case, double is more specific than int. And here's an example. Let's imagine we have a float variable f1 with the value, with some float value, and a double variable, and we assign it the value of float. So in this case, Java compiler won't complain, and the conversion will happen implicitly for you because uh, double data type has a bigger precision than float data type. That's why it can be easily converted. The second type is explicit conversion. Here is an example of this. Let's imagine we have a variable a with this value 133, and we have a byte variable, and we want to assign it the value of a. So in this case, Java would say Java won't allow us to do this implicitly, and we should explicitly cast the variable. In this way, we tell that Java, I'm aware of this, that these data types have different precision, so I'm aware of data loss, I'm aware of overflow, and that's why I take the responsibility for this. And in this way, we can do this if we are sure that the value of a logically, for example, depending on the business logic of our application, won't overflow the size of byte, and that's why we won't lose any data, and we can do this. But Java forces us to do this explicitly and to write this casting operator, this parentheses and the data type within parentheses. So is there data loss, and when can a data loss occur? If the size of the resulting data type increases, no data loss will occur. So no data will be lost. Um, for example, if you convert byte to short, short is bigger than byte, no data loss. Short to int, int to long, no data loss. Float to double, or character to int, because as you know, character has 2 bytes of size and int has 4 bytes. Otherwise, data loss can theoretically occur. It depends on the value, of course. If the value overflows the resulting data type, then the data loss will occur. So there is a priority of implicit conversion. Previously we talked about it and we saw several examples like with integer, long, double, and float. So I'll start from the least priority to the highest priority. Byte, short, character are converted to int in expression. So if you have several variables of integer data types or character data types, and if you use them in an expression, the resulting data type will be int So here we use byte and short variable and we add them, so the resulting data type of this expression will be int. The next by priority is if an expression has a long, the resulting type will be a long. So let's imagine we have an integer variable and a long variable and we use them both with in an expression, then the resulting data type of this expression will be long. If an expression has a float, result will be float. So again, here's an example. Int variable and float variable, we use them both with in an expression, and the resulting type of this expression is float. Float will win over int variables, any type of variables. If one of the operand has double type, result will be double. So in this case, we have an integer variable, float variable, and double variable. We use them all in an expression, and the resulting type of the expression is double. Double will win over float and int data type. Actually, any int data type, and this I'll show you in the last example. Double will be chosen over long if both are present. So here we have a long variable and a double variable, and we use them both in an expression, and the resulting type is double, even though you might think that a long has actually a bigger byte size, um, because but double actually is used to store floating point number. So between choosing a big integer number or a double floating point number with double precision, Java will choose double. So these are the rules for the converting of primitive data types in Java. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for the future updates. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.